Our next guest in Studio B took his A game to the Power 5 schools and beat them. He is an NCAA champion and Olympian.
That's
and the current That's right. That's right. The current track and field and cross country head coach of BYU, Ed Eyestone. Ed, great to have you back in studio.
Man.
Guys, great to be here. Sorry I did not rock the Royal. I went old school Navy, but happy to be here with you guys.
We need
Still
to
look
have-
good, Mr. Rogers.
Thank you.
Kind of deal.
Well, you know, I'm going for a kinder, gentler Ed, and I think anything that will throw back to Mr. Rogers is a good thing because he is my hero.
Now, does this Mr. Rogers approach have anything to do with the fact that we put out the headshot of the year that you gave to us, I don't know, 3 decades ago? We brought up at the Y Awards.
And we're going to show this photo on BYUtv.
Oh,
We'll
now
tweet
you're
it
showing
out.
it here.
This is
Okay,
amazing.
who
Okay.
is that man? And no, that is not a shot from the police blotter.
I was going to say how to make a murderer season 2.
No. I had just finished a long run. I ran from my house to my mom's house. She had a camera. She said, "Oh, son, your hair is looking so long and flowing. Let me take a picture of you there." And I don't know how it made its way into you guys' hands, but thank you for embarrassing me at the Y Awards.
Embarrassing?
I appreciate that.
Embarrassing. You've
That is
never had more
amazing.
street cred after
That-
I showed
that is
Actually,
amazing.
Yeah. Well, that's good, especially with this receding hairline that I have now. The moral of the story is grow it when you can.
Yeah.
And because it will soon be fleeting away.
And your wonderful wife came up to us after the Y Awards and said, "I loved that hair. I miss it."
Well, it was fun. Well, while it lasted. But obviously, I'm working here now, so even if I could, I wouldn't.
What do you think of this
Side by side.
It's
juxtaposition?
kind of the same. Can I take the glasses off? What camera am I looking at right there?
When was that picture taken? When was that taken?
That was actually early 90s sometime, I think. Yeah, probably 94, 95. Looking
That
good.
is
Looking
amazing.
good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Bring
Thank
it
you,
back.
Ed Eyestone,
Thank you
for bringing
again
us
for-
this.
Yeah, not a problem.
Well, it's great to see you, Ed. Thanks for coming in.
yeah. We'll see you guys.
Okay, at the Stanford Invitational over the weekend, you guys crushed it, prompting you to say the following in the press release.
Let's hear it.
Awesomeness abounded at this.
Awesomeness abounding in Palo Alto.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe
What
that.
prompted
I
that? That
probably
was
said that.
awesome.
Well, what was awesome is I think we had a dozen of the men qualify, hit provisional regional qualifying marks for the NCAA championship.
Wow.
When you have 12 people
Yes.
hit 12 national qualifying marks, that was on the men's side alone. And on the women's side, I think Coach Taylor had about 7 or 8 people hit that regional mark. So that was why awesomeness was abounding here in Palo Alto, I think was the direct quote.
It felt like Bill and Ted, something strange is afoot at the Circle K or
Awesomeness
something.
abounded in Palo Alto.
Dude, I didn't say dude, okay? So
Really good.
well, thank you. Yeah, and I was just inspired by the awesomeness of the athletes that were performing there. You know, they have few opportunities to go down to sea level and get it done, and so this is a real emphasis for us, particularly our distance people, the Stanford Invitational. And so I think by and large we saw great performances. We saw people rise up at that opportunity. If you only get a couple times to run down at sea level a year, you darn better rise up and get it done, and they did that, and so I was happy with that. I think that it just sets us up really well going into the national meet that'll be coming up in a month and a half.
Yeah, the elevation conversation is always interesting, and it resonates probably more with runners than with any other sport because it's all about the seconds and the tenths of seconds. How much of a difference does it make for a runner? Let's say you're running a mile in the mountain air in Utah, and then you're running in Palo Alto at sea level. How much of a difference does that
Well,
make?
the conversion that the NCAA gives us is almost 5 seconds a mile, and then it goes. The longer you run, the more time they give you. So, for a 5K, which is over 3 miles, they would give you more than 15 seconds. It'd be more like 18 to 20 seconds. So there is a difference. You can certainly do it at altitude, and then the NCAA gives you a conversion. But it's nice to have that actual time and not have to do the mathematics and the conversions and all that, because some people kind of look at the conversions and go, that's not real. And so it's nice when you're down at sea level just to run fast time.
Yeah.
This weekend, you're going to the Pepsi Team Challenge. Now, is this a taste test or a track meet?
This is a caffeinated Pepsi. There we go. You know, last time I was
the
on
Coke
here.
School. I
Yeah,
just
this
wanna
is
point
the
that
last
out
time
for
I was here. It was Coke had made the announcement. But
Yes,
no,
yes.
this is actually a really fun event because, and we purposely avoided the awesome weather. Again, there's the word that's going on in Arizona this week, because that's where we usually go this week. University of Oregon invited us to a 4-way meet there with University of Oregon, Washington State, and BYU.
Wow.
And they're actually going to score this meet. It's going to be on the Pac-12 Network Plus. So I think that's basically Facebook Live, but it's
online. They have an app as
online.
well.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And so we're excited about that. They're going to score the meet, and we're taking some of our the longest distance event that they're doing is a 3K open, so they're not going to have the 5Ks and 10Ks. So we'll just basically be our sprinters, our throwers, our jumpers, our middle distance people, and we're going to score this thing and see how we do. And we've got a very good team, and I think we're going to do very well.
And this is at Hayward Field, home
Hayward
of the NCAA championships. That's a big
NCAA
deal, too.
championships. So that's the other reason why we wanted to go, is give our athletes an opportunity to perform at Hayward Field, to kind of get used to those facilities, because the NCAA championships are held there.
Ed Eyestone, Olympian and the current head coach of BYU Track and Field and Cross Country, with us in Studio B on BYU Sports Nation. What is the strength of your team right now? If you had to pinpoint one thing.
Well, I think we have a pretty well-rounded team right now. Quite frankly, we have close to 40 people that have hit regional qualifying marks, which we're on pace to better last year's record, which I think we're about 50. We have 21 men, 18 women qualified. The steeplechase right now for us is a very good event. We have the number 2, number 4, number 7, and number 11 marks in the country in that event on the men's side, but we're also seeing great things come out of our our distance crew, both men and women, and our throwers, our jumpers, sprinters. I think it's pretty well rounded. Brenna Porter ran 57:33 for 400-meter hurdles this last weekend at the Texas Relays, number 2 time all-time BYU, and I think she's about number 5 in the country. So, and Brenna was the one that had the dramatic fall,
the laceration in her leg.
Yeah, I think a lot of people remember her from social media last year at the NCAA regional meet, where she fell, cut her leg, got up, ran, blood spewing on the track. They had to close it down with a hazmat team and no, they didn't really do that, but they probably should have. But she, great courage on her part, and has come back, has repaired well, working with Coach Grossart, and then posted number 5 time in the country at the Texas Relay. So I think that's great. So I think we're seeing good things happening all across the event groups.
Fantastic. Reminder, Robinson Invitational, April 26th through 28th in Provo. Great chance to get out and watch some of these stars that you're telling us about.
Yeah, that'll be fun, and hopefully the weather will cooperate, and we always look forward to that one. It's nice for our athletes to be able to sleep in their own beds and then just wake up and go to the track and have some fans come out and watch them perform.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time.
Hey,
always great to have you in here.
Always great to be here, gentlemen.
Awesomeness abounded in Studio B.
Let's keep the awesomeness abounding in our lives with our Mr. Rogers shirts, and just have a great day. Thanks, guys.
You got it, man.
Thanks, Ed.
Yeah.